What would be your greatest concern if your child or children was a latchkey kid?
If my child was a latchkey kid, my greatest concern would be for her safety in getting home and not being followed and being able to secure herself indoors. And once she's in, I'm okay. But I wouldn't want anybody to follow her or overpower her while she's trying to get home.
Okay, thank you. What would be your greatest concern if your child or children were a latchkey kid?
Well, it would depend on the age of the child. If it were a younger child, I would be concerned about his or her safety at home. If they're in elementary school and something were to happen, I'd be concerned that they would not know how to handle an emergency situation. Maybe one that's in middle school or a little bit older, I would be concerned about their access to the computer, trying to cook, or maybe bringing others into the home while I'm not there to supervise them. An older child, high school, I would expect that they would know how to handle emergency situations and would be able to, and you can cut that part out right there, just stop it before.
Mr. Hokut, what would be your greatest concern if your child or children were a latchkey kid?
I think my greatest concern would be that my child would get hurt or get into something at home, and then nobody would be there to help the child or take care of the child if he really did get hurt.
And what alternatives would satisfy this latchkey kid concern?
I would say perhaps one of the parents picking the child up from school or daycare lasting until the parents got off work, or perhaps the child staying with a loved one, a grandparent or aunt or uncle until one of the parents could get home.
Thank you. What would be your greatest concern if your child or children were latchkey kids?
That they would have forgotten their key and or forgotten the code to the alarm system, and I was out of town. They had nobody to call, and they were just sitting outside, and someone came along and grabbed them.
Okay, thank you.
Probably.
What would be your greatest concern if your child or children were a latchkey kid?
My biggest concern would be if my child has internet at home and he can use the computer without a parent protection on it, as well as if he has to cook something, whether or not he will burn down the house by the time I get home.
Thank you.